What if the monster at your door wasn't a man at all, but a horned demon carrying a club big enough to crush bone? Next, we uncover the legend of the Oni, Japan's infamous demons of punishment and chaos. You'll learn what an Oni is, where this terrifying figure comes from, and why it remains one of the most feared creatures in Japanese folklore. And stay until the end, because the most horrifying truth about the Oni is not how it kills, but what it represents for the living and the dead. What exactly are Oni, and why are they so feared? Oni are monstrous ogres or demons from Japanese folklore. They are symbols of destruction, chaos, and punishment. In most stories, they are villains, devouring humans, spreading disease, and bringing ruin wherever they appear. But Oni are not just monsters. In Buddhist tradition, they are also torturers of the damned, punishing souls in the afterlife with endless cruelty. In folklore, they stalk mountains, caves, and villages, waiting to strike at the weak and unlucky. Their size, strength, and brutality make them almost unstoppable. But what do they look like when they appear? Oni are among the most recognizable creatures in Japanese mythology. They are huge, muscular, and grotesque. Their skin is often bright red, blue, or green. From their heads sprout sharp horns, symbols of their demonic nature. They have fangs like tusks, wild, matted hair, and claws that can tear through flesh. Most famously, they carry enormous iron clubs called kanabō, weapons meant not just to kill, but to pulverize. Their clothing is just as striking. Oni often wear tiger skin loincloths, symbols of their wildness and untamed violence. To see one is to witness a force of nature given monstrous form. But where did these demons come from? The Oni legend has deep roots in both Shinto and Buddhist traditions. In Buddhism, Oni are creatures of hell, enforcers who punish sinners. They torture souls endlessly, ensuring that those who strayed in life suffer in death. In Japanese folklore, Oni are more physical, living monsters who raid villages, steal treasures, and devour humans. They are often said to dwell in remote mountains, caves, and dark places far from civilization. Over centuries, Oni became symbols of all that is dangerous, evil, and untamed. They were used as warnings or reminders of the punishment that waits for those who commit wicked acts. What makes them more terrifying than ordinary monsters? Oni are terrifying because they embody both physical and spiritual fear. They are man-eaters capable of overwhelming armies with their strength. Their iron clubs smash through stone. Their claws rip apart flesh with ease, but they are also cunning. In some tales, Oni disguise themselves as humans, tricking people into letting them inside homes before revealing their true form. They are relentless too. Once they target a village or a person, they return again and again, leaving only destruction in their wake. And unlike many monsters, Oni are not only hunters of the living, they are punishers of the dead. Their cruelty is eternal, spanning both worlds. Has anyone ever defeated an Oni? Despite their immense power, Oni are not invincible. In Japanese folklore, legendary heroes often face them. Samurai, monks, and even clever peasants defeat Oni using strategy, courage, or divine blessings. One famous tale is the story of Shuten-dōji, the most fearsome Oni of Kyoto. He was said to abduct young women and devour humans in his mountain lair. A group of warriors disguised as priests tricked him into drinking poisoned sake. Once weakened, they cut off his head, though even severed, it tried to bite them. Stories like these remind listeners that while Oni are nearly unstoppable, bravery and cunning can overcome even demons. But what do Oni represent beyond their monstrous form? The Oni endures because it is more than a monster. It is a mirror of human fear and guilt. Oni punish the wicked, dragging them into torment. They remind people that evil acts do not go unpunished, in life or in death. At the same time, Oni embody chaos itself, storms, famine, disease, and violence. They are reminders of the forces humanity cannot control. This dual nature makes them unforgettable. They are both external enemies and internal warnings, symbols of what happens when people stray too far from morality or balance. Even today, Oni appear in festivals and art across Japan, sometimes as villains, sometimes as protectors. but always as figures of immense, awe-inspiring power. The Oni is not just a demon of folklore. It is a force of punishment, a bringer of chaos, a nightmare that crushes both body and soul. Its horns mark it as inhuman, its club as unstoppable, and its hunger as endless. So if you hear heavy footsteps in the mountains, and the ground trembles with each step, don't wait to see what's coming. Because when the Oni arrives, it doesn't just take lives, it takes everything.